I don't believe that it's just about getting the highest conversions. I believe that it's about getting the right conversions.
Hi, and welcome to the Marketing Optimization Podcast with Alex Designs. I'm your host, Alex Harris, and today we're chatting with Taylor Welch. How you doing, Taylor?
I am doing excellent. Happy to be here.
To get started, what would be your definition of optimization and why is it beneficial?
Cool. So we obviously do a little bit of both. We do a little bit of the front end and a little bit of the back end. And so optimization to me is really about finding what works, which might sound like a cop-out answer. But what we'll do is we'll go into the back end of funnels, and we'll actually, you've got all these tools, Optimizely and all these front end A/B testers, and we'll actually optimize funnels from the back end based upon actual, data from the horse's mouth. Why didn't people buy? Why didn't they opt in? Things like that. And so we just basically, it's all about getting clarity on what works and what doesn't, and then canning the losers and starting a new winner.
Yeah, and you have a unique perspective because you drive the traffic and then you optimize the funnels too.
Right.
And you're also a specialist in infusionsoft as well as a copywriter as well. A lot of people dabble in a lot of those things. They're not really specialists at it. How did you get started doing all this?
So I started actually with my wife. My wife is an entrepreneur. She cuts hair, and we were trying to get her more clients. I was working at a real estate firm here in town, and I picked up a book by John Carlton, who's obviously one of the best living copywriters today, and started learning copywriting, sent out a couple direct mail letters, and that was the end. It worked, and quit my job and started doing this for businesses around the world.
Mm-hmm. Cool. So now you said you go into the back end. Can you tell us exactly what you do? Are you looking at like analytics? What kind of data are you really looking at?
Sure. So copywriting, when you pair it up with all the other forms of marketing, it's really you only need to know one thing, and that's what do people need to believe to take action. So everything is you can make it this clear and you can make it this simple. What do people need to believe to download this free report? What do people need to believe to buy this product? What do people need to believe to open up and read my emails? It's all about tapping into their belief systems and finding out what do they need to believe about you as the business owner? What do they need to believe about themselves? What do they need to believe about what's possible for their future? And it's really about slicing that up, dicing it up, and meeting them where they are. And so we'll go in and we'll build, technically they're called survey funnels. But on the back end, after someone's come through a funnel, if they haven't done what we want them to do, like buy something or download something or give us a piece of information somewhere, we'll actually ask them why. Not in like, one of those cheesy surveys you see like Toyota do, like, 28 questions about how their experience was, but really in a personable, listen, what do you want to see with your business and how can we help you get there? I noticed you didn't take action on buying this book and I totally respect that. But tell me how you want help and kind of give me the direction you want me to help you get to in your business. And people are extremely honest at that point because it's all about them. It's not about us and trying to find out why they didn't buy. It's about what do they need to hear from us. And then from that data, we go through and we change up the entire funnel.
Mm. And is there a particular tool that you're using to create these surveys?
It depends. If it's automated, we use a tool. Ryan Levesque and his business partner made it. It's called surveyfunnel.io. Mm-hmm. And that works pretty well, especially because you can use it on the front end and the back end. So, on the front end, what it looks like is we'll have people come into, like, say, for instance, our website at Traffic and Funnels. It's not on the front page right now because we're messing with some things, but you would come in, answer a couple questions so we can, basically the promise is we'll help you find your number one chokeholds on your website and in your business. It's a customized deal. There's not a one size fits all. You got to answer a couple questions so we can really get specific with you. Mm-hmm. And by the end of that, we know whether you're a 7-figure business owner, a 6-figure business owner, less than a 6-figure business owner, whether you're a service-based business, whether you sell products, whether you sell, physical services. And we tailor everything to you in that funnel based upon your specific avatar, whether you own a software as a service, whether you own a product. It doesn't really matter. We're going to sell you something based upon who you are as a person. And we use SurveyFunnel to do that, surveyfunnel.io.
Cool. So can you, I know the people who are listening, they probably want to hear about this in a real world experience. Do you have a particular example or story that you can share with us where you created a survey, understood the data, and then made some changes to actually improve the conversions?
Yeah, all the time. That's like all we do. So tons of stories about that. Yeah, so like one time, I'll just go off the top of my head and kind of give you a couple. We had a funnel in the info product space, the digital products, and it basically sold people a program that taught them how to do something with their websites, right? And we bolted on this survey at the back end of the funnel because the conversion rate was really low. And basically, we're like, why, what do you need help with most in your business? Maybe this product wasn't for you. It's an amazing product and it'll teach you this and that and the other, but I understand you didn't really see the benefit of it. So tell me what you need. And like 70% of them were like, I don't even have a website. So you're like, oh, okay. So there's something wrong, right? We're trying to sell them a product that teaches them how to do a specific thing on their website and they don't even have websites. So it's like, okay, it makes sense. That's why nobody's buying. So we basically reworked the funnel to where on the front end, if they have to answer a question, do you have a site or do you not have a site? If they have a site, they get pushed through the funnel. If they don't have a site, they get blocked and put into another funnel that sells them basically we'll set your site up for free. All you have to do is pay for hosting, and then we get a commission from the hosting company. And then when they're done with that, then they go through the funnel that teaches them the specifics about how to do their site. So just by making that one shift at the bottom, and you may not even believe this, it's crazy, but the earning per person going through those leads went from like $7 to like $73 per lead. It's geometric in that it just compounds on itself because you're selling people at the right time, the right product for them at the right time, and it matches their belief systems. And then the best thing is when they take action and they see results, you just sell them the next thing that they need. It's just sequential all the way down the line until you run out of products, basically.
Yeah, it's interesting, with optimization, all we're doing is taking one client's thing, fixing it, and then using it to improve the next project. Every project is like a prototype for the next improvement.
Exactly.
Is that kind of what you're seeing as far as every project you improve upon that and you learn from that and continue growth?
Right, exactly. It's the same thing because it's like if you fix someone's conversion percent on the front end by 3%, or even just 1.5%, it's not just 1.5% growth. It's also going to improve the conversion like 3 months down the road when that person finally decides to buy and then they buy another product. Is like almost hard to measure the ROI from that because it's so huge.
And have you created these survey funnels for tangible products or maybe books, not in the information space as much, or?
We did one. We didn't do a full survey funnel, but we did do a funnel for some supplements a while back. And the biggest thing on that is another part of what we do is we do basically pretty deep data aggregation of like who your avatar is, who your customers are, and we basically find out who the type of people are being attracted to your marketing are, so you can really sell specifically to them. So we did what we call a deep dive on these people. And it's a series of questions where you get, just the tangible information, their age, what language they use, what their biggest problems are. I think in this case, it was like, what's the number one reason you're investing in supplements? We got all these crazy answers like, oh, my knee hurts, like I'm getting old, all the way down to people who are like, I want to get ripped in the gym, so I'm taking fish oil pills and all this stuff. And we basically were able to build out 3 distinct avatars, basically like 20 to 30-year-old males who are wanting to get ripped, 40-plus-year-old females who've had kids and they're kind of empty nesting, want to get their life back. And then, the same demographics with males who just want to live a long time. And so rather than selling to everybody supplements to help them get ripped, we realized, that's not what everyone here is concerned about. So we really need to find a way to segment them on the front end. So when you go to the site, having a device that can say, hey, we really want to make sure that the first experience you have with us is the best experience. And if it's not, we want to refund your money. We absolutely don't want to take any chances with your loyalty and with your health. So tell us, if you can, just a little bit about you so I can kind of give you my personalized and customized recommendation for your health. And so, see, everything's really positioned as like, this is in your best interest. This has nothing to do with me as a business. It's everything to do with you as my client. and they give you that information because they trust you. But then on the back end, if you show us that you're a 28-year-old and you're a male, we're going to tell you you're going to get ripped with this. And so, as opposed to if you're a female empty nesting, it's all about making sure that, your hormones are in balance and you have that longevity and everything. And we're not going to sell you anything that doesn't do that. So
very cool. And we talked about the surveys and collecting that data, but what about so we gather that insight and we have our hypothesis and how we can improve upon things. How are you actually creating the actual purchase funnels? Is there a particular tool that you're using for that?
It just depends on the client. It totally depends on the client. So that person was using Shopify and Amazon, actually. Some of our guys are on Infusionsoft with, merchant accounts with Infusionsoft. Samcart is another popular one with Infusionsoft. It really just totally depends. And it depends on the level of automation that you want to get to. So if you want to have automated upsells, like in one, we just finished one about a month ago that sells basically pretty advanced Facebook training. It's got a couple upsells. And because of the targeting on the front end, the upsell conversion for this is like 65%. And it's a continuity upsell. Yeah. And so it's an incredible conversion rate on that back end. But that's all done proprietarily through, HTTP posting and Infusionsoft and all that stuff. So it really just depends on how complicated people want to get with it. If they want to live on the beach and just get paychecks every month, then it's going to be pretty complicated. Yeah. But if they're willing to do some of that work and manually process this and that, then it won't be as complicated. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely. I want to get into some of the details because we do have an advanced audience. They probably want to know, are you creating, raw HTML files and connecting the pages to pages to pages, collecting those leads and then putting them in Infusionsoft, or are they using something like Clickfunnels where it's kind of like drag and drop and you kind of put the things in place and then automatically goes into Infusionsoft?
Yeah, we have a team who will do, like a lot of times we'll design pages in Clickfunnels or lead pages even, just because it's so easy and fast. And then if we're having problems with it, because ClickFunnels now you can actually use it with WordPress. So I think it's like 95% of our guys are all on WordPress. It's kind of like the standard, I feel like, right now. But if we're having a problem with ClickFunnels, like if we're running paid traffic and for some reason we can't get it to convert for whatever reason, every once in a while there are these glitches and you have no idea what's going on. It's like I have no idea whether it's ClickFunnels or whether it's Facebook's just being a baby. I don't know what's going on. And so we'll clone the ClickFunnels design and put it into an HTML file on our site. But man, most of the time we're kind of just about whatever is the simplest and fastest path to monetizing this and getting it up and running. So I do know like a lot of what we do is built around using Improvely, because Improvely can track, and I don't know if you've ever heard of Improvely. So Improvely is kind of like it's not like a major player when it comes to split testing and all this stuff, because it's a little bit different in that it doesn't have a script you put on pages, then it actually does live A/B testing, but it does link tracking, and so we'll use that and we'll track it deep into the funnel. So if landing page B is converting better on the front end than landing page A, most people are like, boom, chicken dinner, that's a winner, cancel landing page A. But then with Improvely, we'll go back into the back end and we'll see, well, landing B is converting better on the front end, but it's producing no applications to work with us.
Yeah, that really makes sense. Because I know I asked a question that related to Clickfunnels versus lead pages versus creating your own custom HTML. I'm a big proponent of lead pages. I love it, but as soon as you kind of create all those pages, it can be a little bit hard to kind of manage. Page going to page for page. Where's the problem? Where are people falling off? So how do is there any tracking that you use on top of that to kind of figure out where people are dropping off in those funnels?
Yeah, we use Improvely.
They do that. Okay, cool.
Yeah, because you can see basically the tracking link and like what you can see, because we use Facebook for a lot of our stuff, and we use an Improvely link for Facebook. Mm-hmm. So let's say you have 4 steps in a funnel. You've got the initial landing page conversion. You've got maybe the sale conversion, the initial tripwire sale conversion. Then you've got 2 upsells, right? So with Improvely, we can go to the actual ad on Facebook and we can see not just what's producing landing page conversions, but we can see which ad is producing upsells.
Yeah.
and which ad is producing, sales for number one. And so we kind of optimize everything on the front end with the traffic based upon the sales, right? Because that's all that really matters.
Right.
While at the same time, we're aggregating back-end feedback from the funnel and optimizing the funnel. So you get this like weird, like really fast optimized experience where traffic's getting honed, back-end's getting honed, and you just have this machine and it happens really, really fast.
Nice. Well, that's
Yeah.
why I love doing this show. I always find new software, people to potentially interview. Improvely, I'm definitely going to have to check that out for sure. We do it right now a little bit differently. We use something like Hotjar, where we can actually track where people go from page to page to page, and then
Yeah.
you can actually find where people are dropping off and click one button and watch all of those people to figure out maybe why they're actually dropping off on those pages.
Right. Yeah. Hotjar's cool too. Like we've used that before as well, just for like the screen recording and
Yeah,
everything.
exactly.
So
Nice.
yeah, that's awesome.
All right, well, tell us a little bit about you. You have a great website, trafficandfunnels.com. Tell us what you do, how we can find out more about you, and so forth.
Sure. So what we do, we do client work. We help people grow their businesses, build survey funnels, auto webinar funnels, write copy, all that good stuff, and then do paid traffic. So that's probably like our main thing. Just because my business partner, his name is Chris. Man, he's a machine. He's running. I think last I checked, he's running like over 6 figures a month in paid traffic right now. Just like with his accounts and everything. So we do kind of the front end and the back end. So it's a big giant picture, which really I think we're one of the only people in the industry that do both. Most of the time, we'll talk with anybody. We'll talk with anybody about their business, see how things are going, and see if we can help people. But we do we do some consulting. We have a program right now that is all about teaching service businesses how to amplify their marketing, get more clients using Facebook, using auto webinar funnels and different things like that. So we've got a full house with that. People going through there, copywriters, designers, all over the map, personal trainers. So we do that as well. And then we have basically a printed monthly newsletter subscription where we just kind of teach hardcore marketing principles. What's working now, what we did on Facebook that didn't work, how we lost a lot of money, how to save you from losing money, stuff that does work. And so it's really cool. We basically have 3 distinct layers of the business. We have a low-end continuity, a mid-ticket consulting, and then a high-ticket premium done-for-you service. So we just started the business, me and Chris, about 2 months ago. Not a lot of data coming in because we both have our own separate clients, and we're kind of bringing them together into the agency model. But man, we're kicking butt. It's going fast, and it's a lot of fun.
Nice. And people can find out more about you at trafficandfunnels.com?
Absolutely. Go to trafficfunnels.com, hop on our list. You'll see places all over the place where you can get on our list. And, we'll be we're putting our survey funnel back on the homepage here in the next couple of days. So there's a chance you might even see that. You can go through, kind of answer the questions, see it in real time. It's really cool. You'll get in it. You'll be like, oh my gosh, I have to have one of these for my business. So yeah.
Cool. So as we close out, what would be the next step that you would tell optimizers to take? They probably already have some funnels in place. They already have some landing pages. They're already collecting a lot of data, but they haven't really put the pieces together yet. What would be the next step that they really need to take to get to that next level in their business?
On the front end or the back end?
On the front end.
On the front end. Okay, so I'm assuming everybody's probably using an A/B test already, right? Like some type of software.
Optimizely, VWO, Convert.com, things like that.
Cool. One of the things I do because of my background in copywriting that I feel like is actually a lost skill more and more is realizing that everything comes back down, like what we said, to belief. Like there's a reason that one landing page converts better than the other, and it's not just because maybe the color's better. Maybe it's because of the way that it makes someone feel, right? Or the belief systems that someone is carrying into your business. And so what I like to do, and this is something that may be weird. You may be like, dude, this guy's never coming back on the show ever again. But I like to seriously get in and think like the people that I'm trying to attract, because optimization. I don't believe that it's just about getting the highest conversions. I believe that it's about getting the right conversions. And so optimization, from my standpoint, if I'm thinking about like the perfect clients I want to attract, I want to get into a mode where I'm thinking like them and I'm talking like them and I'm saying things that are things that they say themselves, writing words on the page that they have found themselves saying. And even if the conversion rate's a little bit lower, but the quality and the caliber of those people is right in line with who I want to talk to, then it's a win. It's not all about that number at the end of the day. It's all about that attracting the people that are right in line, and buyers. Really, you want to attract buyers.
Yeah.
So, optimize to the back end, not just the front end.
I love it. Thanks a lot for your time, Taylor.
My pleasure.
For weekly new episodes and an archive of over 100 digital marketing experts, make sure you go visit the website marketingoptimization.tv. And remember, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Later.